Oh! It's absolutely wild here. Ugh. This is crazy. There's actually a Native American story of a monster being in this lake here. Guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm out at the mountain fishing farm right now, feeding the goats, getting all the animals ready, because we're gonna head to the lake of giant trout, and we're gonna try and catch the freak. I had a dream a few nights ago of catching one that's over 30 inches, which there are even bigger ones than that in that lake. And it just stuck with me. I've got the truck over there by the shop, and we're gonna load up the kayak in there. Just gotta make sure these guys here are plenty fed first. My goodness, you guys. There's also something incredible that I have to show you guys that happened here this morning at the farm. While I was feeding the chickens just earlier, I found something that I've never seen out here before. Hey girls, what's going on? Check it out, right over here. I came in and found this right here. This is not a regular egg. Now, this is a chicken egg right here. And this is a green chicken egg. This right here, I am 99% sure. Look how massive that egg is. And see how it's a totally different shape? Guys, I think we got our first duck egg out here at the NWFS mountain farm. I am extremely excited for these ducks to start laying. Let's see what the ducks are up to. Which one of you guys laid this egg? I bet you anything it was her right there. She's a naughty little duck. And she's always kind of the first to do like everything. The first to jump into the pond, first to get into stuff and jump in the chicken's water. No, that's not food for you. So I bet you anything that she's the first to lay an egg. I've only got 2 female ducks. It's the brown one right there. And then the second one from the left right there. She's kind of all black. Yes, duck egg, baby. We're gonna take this guy out to the lake with us, and we're gonna fry it up. First duck egg. I've never had one of these before, so I'm actually really excited to try and see what a duck egg is like. All right, and quick update on the 2 new rescue goats right here. In the last video, I asked you guys about some name suggestions for these here. There must have been like 200 name suggestions that came in. I read them all and absolutely loved them. But there's a couple of names that several of you guys mentioned multiple times throughout the comment section, and it was a clear winner. This one right here, this is Danny, and this is Salty. Danny and Salty. These 2 are honestly the sweetest goats that I have ever met. I've had them out now several times, and whenever they're out, they're just running around, hopping and skipping. They chase me around and stuff. We run in circles. So we'll probably, in a future episode when the weather's a little bit better, we'll take the goats out. But right now, those guys are fed. They're ready to go here for a little bit. We're gonna head down to the lake and see if we can't catch us the freak, a freak trout. That's kind of my mission now before the mountains thaw up, and then we're just gonna be out backpacking and chasing mountain trout. But until then, we're gonna catch us a PB trout, over 30-inch trout, which would be by far the biggest trout that I've ever caught in my life. Let's see, we got our catch and cook kit, and we're just gonna add that duck egg right in here. If there's room for the duck egg, because it's so big. Ooh, look at that. We got a mushroom, some onion, some cheese, and a big old duck egg. Get in there. All right, once again, guys, the shop is a total mess. Ignore that. We're just gonna grab the kayak. I've got her all ready to go. All right, here we go. Whoa, sharp turn. Ugh. There's so much hay down here. I've been storing all the hay for the winter for the goats. And this is a total mess, guys. Total mess. Nice. Get out of here, tumbleweeds. kayak looks secure to me. Hopefully that baby don't go flying out the back while we're going down the road. There's a giant bald eagle up there circling over the chickens. He was there this morning. I don't know if you can see him up there. Those bald eagles, they are big, big, big birds. All right, you leave my chickens alone. And don't you take a duck either. Beautiful it is out here right now. I am so excited to take out the kayak on the lake here. Ooh, just look at it. Ooh, it looks just a little bit little breezy out there, a little bit of a chop on the lake. It's all right, I'm always down for a little bit of an adventure. Oh man, the water's looking perfectly clear. It's probably going to be a little windy. I didn't bring a wind muff for the GoPro along, so my apologies if the audio is not perfect. The idea behind having the kayak out here is that we'll be able to fish deeper water, which might be where the really big Laotian trout are hanging out. Plus we'll be able to get around that point out there. The last time we were out, we weren't able to get around this cliff, but with the kayak we can explore some uncharted waters together. All right, we got our bullet lure already tied up, but ever since having that dream of catching the freak trout out here, I actually beefed up the bullet lure. I gave it a thicker wire, a slightly thicker hook, same size and everything, but that's gonna give it a little bit more casting distance, and more importantly, will handle a bigger fish so I don't bend open a hook. So as long as this bullet lure here performs just like the previous one, what I'll probably do is just include the beefed up bullet lure, the V2, bullet lure V2, and all of the care packages for you guys. I actually dropped 10 care packages last night just because I haven't been able to get out fishing. I just made bullet lures and Danish sea salt for you guys, and of course they sold out. But why don't we actually try just a couple of casts right here at shore? But I definitely want to get out the kayak so we can maybe get over to the other shore or get out deeper, but I can't resist. Let's just do a couple of casts. What I just did on this net here, just like on my old trout net, I put markings on here. We're allowed in this lake to keep one trout over 18 inches. The end of the net is about 26 inches. So we're shooting for a trout that's bigger than the entire net, baby. The freak. Really, I'd like to catch a 30-incher, but if we can get one bigger than the net, that's gonna be mission successful. This might be a project that's gonna take several episodes, but we're gonna make it happen. Okay, first cast with the bullet lure. Give it a little kiss, get some human scent on there. The trout like it. All right, first cast with the bullet lure. Ooh, this here looks good. This looks like a good spot right here. Ooh, man, I just realized I don't have a whole lot of line on that spool there. That'll be a challenge, catching the big one. I didn't think about that. Let it sink all the way to the bottom. Not very deep though right here. We're doing a pretty fast retrieve. or these trout here, they want to chase something. These are big, hungry, wild trout. And yeah, we gotta make sure they got something to chase. Ooh, I'm all the way in my mono backing. Ooh, wow. Wow, we gotta be careful, guys. That's not good. We gotta put a bigger reel on this rod if we're gonna be on the kayak chasing the freak. Ooh, man, guys, here we go. First time out on the kayak in a long time too. Man, and one thing I have not mentioned yet is that there's actually a Native American story of a monster being in this lake here. So I don't know how far out into the really deep water we want to go. We might just kind of stay in this bay here. I don't know. Everyone I've talked to is very convinced that there is a monster in this lake, and some people have even seen it. So we're just gonna kind of take it easy. You know, we're gonna ease our way into this whole thing. Ooh, the water's definitely a lot deeper right here already. So why don't we just go ahead and make a couple of casts with the bull lure and see what we can catch. Maybe we'll catch the freak, or we might catch the monster. All right, just gonna let that lure sink all the way to the bottom here. Wonder how deep it is. Still sinking. Still sinking. Oh yeah. Guys, I'm excited. I am really excited to be out here on the kayak. All right, I think, yep, we're on the bottom. Let's go ahead and retrieve. Let's get a big one, baby. Come on. Oh, yes. Come on. Oh, I've got a good, oh, might have just had a bump. Might have just had a bump on the first cast here in the deep. That was really suspicious, guys. Really suspicious. I'm just gonna cast it right back in the same exact spot. All right, we're on the bottom again. Come on, baby. You know, why don't we actually just do a little troll? I'm just gonna cast that lure way out to the side. And before it can sink to the bottom, we're just gonna start moving. Start moving. We're trolling, baby. We're trolling. That's how we're gonna catch the big one. All right, and then we're just gonna watch that rod tip. And when that rod tip just slams back, that means that we hooked one. We gotta keep a pretty good speed going here. Or these trout, they want to chase something. Oh man, guys, just look at that cliff there with snow up there on the mountains. It doesn't get a whole lot better. All right, we're over here on the other side. It looks like there's kind of a steep gravel beach coming down right there. Oftentimes trout, they really like those gravelly beaches. So why don't we just go ahead and give it a couple of casts. All right, just right there, right there. Might be really deep there. All right, I think we're at the bottom. Let's go and see if anyone's home over here. Just drop it right down below us. There we go, at the bottom. I think we just had a bite. Come on, baby. Come on back. Subtle bite, very subtle bite. Might have been a little guy. All right, we're gonna continue our troll. Just look at this place here. All just untouched nature. It's beautiful. It looks like a fire came through. Over here I'm seeing a lot of like burnt trees, but it looks like a lot of them survived the fire too, and that's the ones that are still standing. Oh, did we just have a bite? Oh man, I wasn't paying attention. Whew. Felt good there for a second. Felt good. We're also moving really fast. It's almost like a river here. Look at that. Maybe the lure just bumped into something on the bottom. All right, we're just gonna work our way back to the other side there. I want to get behind that big, huge cliff and see what lives there. All right, here we are. This is the cliff where we stopped right there last time. We couldn't get any further around here. I kind of want to just get into this bay right here and just see how deep the water is. Man, this looks so juicy in here. There we go, perfect. Let's see how deep it is right there in that spot. Sinking, 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 sinking. Oh yeah, definitely deep enough. Still sinking. Ooh yeah, this is a good spot, guys. This might be a really good spot. Whew, come on, baby. Come on, this is something else. Man, it's deep right here, guys. This is exactly the water that I've been looking for. It's just a nice deep cove like this. This could hold some massive, massive trout. Let's go ahead and just cast it way in there towards shore. And maybe there's one sitting right there. Come on. All right, you know what? The wind is just blowing us around way too much. Way too much. So we're just gonna go in here and maybe we can kind of anchor up and we'll get out of the wind a little bit. It's actually really cold with that wind. It's probably only in the high 30s right now, so a little chilly. Look at that up there behind me. It's crazy looking. It's absolutely wild here. Look at this place. Look at all the boulders right here, man. I think what we're just gonna do is dock in here. Maybe we'll cook up that duck egg real quick together, and we're just gonna keep fishing this bay right here. I've got a really good feeling about this spot. Look at this. It's like a little harbor right here. Perfect. All right, now we just gotta make sure that the kayak doesn't take off on us and leave us stranded out here. I got just a little anchor that we can just set right there. There we go. That baby ain't going nowhere. Look at this place. This is crazy. We can just kind of fish this bay right here, just right off of the rock. Guys, this place here, this is something else. This is probably one of the coolest places that I've ever been to. In this bowl of cliff on both sides. I mean, there's no way really you can get here besides climbing down the cliffs to get to the spot. Man, the water is deep here. So deep. This is all the times coming out to this lake. This is the water I've been looking for, the really deep stuff. I just have a feeling that that's where those big, the really big Laotian trout are gonna be. Guys, I'm absolutely starving, so we're gonna cook up that duck egg and see what that tastes like. thought I heard something up there. It's one thing we got to do is just kind of keep an eye out. I mean, this here is about as mountain lion-y as it gets. Those rocks everywhere. I mean, there's so many caves probably between all those big boulders that a mountain lion would be calling home. So we just gotta, you know, be a little careful turning our back to them. I'm just gonna position ourselves this way here so that we can see what's going on up there. No one's sneaking up on us today. Get a little bit of butter in that pan there. Should be plenty for a duck egg. Got to save the rest for some trout. You know, we got plenty of onion to go with a little bit of some egg as well as trout later. So we're just gonna shave off just a little bit here for that duck egg. Look at the size of that thing. Wow, it's got an interesting hue. It's very silky looking, and the yolk to egg white ratio is just incredible. That's the biggest egg yolk I've ever seen in my life. Just when I thought things couldn't get any better, here we are cooking a duck egg. A duck egg in the middle of nowhere. This is awesome. Have you guys ever had duck egg before? This is like just absolutely the most exciting thing that I've done all week is cook a duck egg. Ooh, we can't forget our Danish sea salt. I'm just gonna give it a very small sprinkle. There we go, that's all we're gonna put on that egg. I wanna taste what the egg actually tastes like. No other spices. I have a feeling this duck egg here could make a giant mess. Let's go ahead and just take a big bite into it. Oh, it's so creamy. I mean, it tastes like an egg, like a chicken egg, but a little creamier or richer or something like that. Very, very flavorful. And with those onions. Dude. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this right here. That was probably the most fantastic egg that I've ever eaten. That's crazy. I'm so happy that the ducks are finally laying eggs now. That's perfect. We got the pan nice and greased now. It's ready to go to throw some trout in there. So we got to get back to fishing and see if we can't still get this monster. There's got to be fish back here in this bay. I can't believe that we haven't gotten any bites back here yet. Man, one nice thing about the bay back here is that we don't have any wind. It's kind of blowing from this direction, so we're a bit sheltered back here. Now, of course, if there could be a big hungry trout hanging out here as well, that would be a cherry on top. All right, come on. There's got to be one right over there. What I think we'll do, we got to get the net out of the boat here. There we go. I'm just gonna go over here and we'll try and fish as close out to this cliff here as possible. Ooh, might have just had a follow. Might have had a follow. I saw a shadow there. Let's get that lure right back out there. Let that baby sink all the way down to the bottom. All the way down. All right, there we go. How about, let's do a jig and retrieve. Let it sink, couple jigs. Let it sink, couple jigs. Just repeat that. Oh, was that a, oh man. Felt interesting, felt very interesting. Might be getting stuck on stuff on the bottom too when we're doing this technique. It's definitely a lot easier to get snagged up, but it could drive a trout wild. Oh, snagged up, dang. Oh, got him, got him. Whew. Saved it. Try a little jig over here. Oh, I think we just had a bite. I think we just had a bite. Bite on the jig. Might have been a rock. I don't know. Come on back, baby. Come on back. Since we're fishing barbless, you might have just popped right back off if it was a fish. It felt very, very fishy. There we go. Fish on, baby. Fish on. He took it on the jig. Took it on the jig. Good head shakes. Good head shakes. Not a giant. Oh, guys, I don't know. I don't know. He's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my. Oh. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Oh, he's in the net. He's in the net. Bullet lure popped out. He's beautiful, guys. He's absolutely beautiful. He took it on the jig. On the jig action. Look at this beauty. Oh my goodness, the colors on this trout are amazing. Oh, come on. Come on, there we go. Lure out. Oh man, guys. We're probably gonna keep this guy here. He'll make a wonderful meal for us out here on the rocks. And I'll have plenty more food with this guy at home. There we go. Just put this trout here right to sleep. Just look at the beautiful pink color on the side of this fish here. And I noticed this one here has a very strong cutthroat marking right down there below the throat. Look at all the spots that he's speckled with. His tail is full of them as well, and he's even got some spots right down there on the belly. Yes, yes, that's a beauty. Let's go ahead and measure him real quick. If we line him up at the end of the net to right there, he's really, I mean, he's right at 18 inches, guys. And remember, we're only allowed to keep one trout here 18 inch or over. So we're probably just gonna count, even though I think he's just under 18, we're gonna play it safe. That is an absolute brute of a trout right there. And guys, I couldn't be any happier than this fish right here. He's not the freak, but the hunt for the freak will continue. I saw something up here that we might be able to use for our cook. Look at this. An old board right here. Look at that. We could use this here as kind of like a little table or a cutting board. Look at that thing. It's perfect. All right, I've got our cutting board and our fish set up right here for us. But I noticed, like, right in here by the rock, there's a can in here. Ugh. Oh. Got him. So what we'll maybe do before we start cooking is just clean up a little bit here. There's really not a lot of trash here anywhere, but I think I saw like a bottle or something like that over here too. Throw that can in the cargo area of the boat. Oh, there it is. Ah, a little wrapper that made its way all the way out here. Get in there. Every once in a while, a little bit of trash kind of find its way out there, so whenever we see something, we're just gonna grab it and pack it out. All these boulders, we gotta be really careful. A lot of them are loose. What an absolutely epic place. Just look at this. I just want to see what's just up here, just here beyond these rocks. Gotta make sure we don't dislodge any of these boulders here. Don't want a giant rock slide taking us down in the water. Whoa. Oh man. Man, if we had more time, I'd want to just go up there and explore everything. Sun's about to set though, and once she goes down, it's gonna get really cold then. Why don't we get down and cook up our fish? Ooh, loose boulder. That was awesome. All right, I'm hungry though. NWFS survival knives, first batch coming very soon. I'll keep you guys updated. Let's get all this butter here in the pan. All right, on our trout, I think what we're just gonna do is take like a nice piece of it off. We'll take a piece of tail meat right here, and then we'll take the rest home. We're probably only gonna need about this much right here. So we're gonna make one cut right in there. No need to gut the fish at all. That was weird. That was just the nerves. This fish has been dead for quite a while. Cutting through here, hit the nerve. Look at that, every time you hit the nerve, the meat, like, it's just that fresh that it still fires. It's still moving. It's not alive, I promise. All right, one cut right there. We're just gonna fillet off a little portion right here. Man, look at the color of this meat here. It is a beautiful, like a salmon orange. Absolutely gorgeous. This would be a really, really tasty trout. We're gonna try and sneak this trout fillet in between all these mushrooms and the onions, skin side down first. It's gonna want to curl on us a little bit because it's so fresh, so we're just gonna hold that fillet down for a second. All right, and the only seasoning that we're gonna throw on this trout here is just a little bit of Danish sea salt. Oh man, good on eggs, good on fish. Oh man, I don't think the GoPro's picking up, but there's a goose flying by right over there. Let's go ahead and flip the mushrooms and the onions around. We're just looking for them to caramelize. That's gonna give them a lot of flavor. Here, check this out. See how the onion has the brown on it? It's gonna make them taste sweet. Ooh, perfect, golden brown, baby. Oh, the skin is so crispy. Oh man, this is looking good. We just want to make sure that our trout is cooked all the way. All right, you guys know what's coming next. A handful of cheese. Oh, yes. And right here, we have an organic whole wheat tortilla. Perfect fit. We're just gonna squeeze it right on top of the cheese there. Cheese in the pan first, it's gonna stick. Oh no, oh no. These guys here, they have become best friends. Look at that. Cheese crusted onto the tortilla. Here we go, here we go. Now the only thing I forgot was the avocado. Completely forgot the avocado. It's a huge bummer. That would have been a great addition. Look at that trout taco right there. Right over here, we got what looks like a really nice little bench. Look at this, a bench with a view. Look at that perfection right there. Man, guys, cheers. Here's to all of you guys sticking around here till the very end. Oh, man. Yeah, this is perfect. That is one of the best trout tacos I think that we've ever made on this channel. Let's just go ahead and try just a piece of the trout itself. I want to know really what it just tastes like. Extremely firm meat, just like a salmon would have. Wow. Caramelizing those onions gave this taco a huge amount of sweetness, and those mushrooms give it that delicious earthy undertone. Man, guys, I wish I had the fixings for another taco out here. Of course, everything smells like butter now down here, so we gotta keep our eyes open for mountain lions and wolves. Ooh, or the bears. The bears would be the ones to come for the butter. All right, we got everything loaded back into the boat. I'm just gonna take this plank here and just return it back to where it was. Not gonna be able to pack it out here on the kayak today, but maybe if we bring the tugboat out here, that's kind of a plan, is to bring out the tugboat on some survival missions on the lake here. I can't wait to keep coming out here hunting for the freak. We gotta catch him before the mountains thaw up, because then I'm just gonna be up in the mountains doing the backpacking, fishing for mountain trout again. So of course, feel free to subscribe. That way you don't miss those episodes. You of course don't have to. You can just enjoy this one here as is. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. It helps a ton. Drop a comment. I'll see you guys down in the comment section. I love you guys. We'll see you next week for the next fishing adventure. And until then, you all know it. Fish on, baby. My goodness, guys. There's a whole bunch of wild turkeys here. Look at them all. There's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 25 turkeys. All right, turkeys, you guys have a great day.